There's the New Year's. The New Year. 2024. There we go. Minecraft. We're doing the Minecraft New Year. Hello, everyone. Dupu, Al, Short, Darren. I feel like that was the farthest thing possible from a New Year, or from a New Year Luigi voice. But who knows? So we've got some work cut out for us, which is to say, all of Chapter 3. Chapter 3 is a mess. It's a twisted web. New Year, new Luigi. Once we get to this point, it becomes a lot easier. But up until that point, we have 3 different knife-based processes. Year of Luigi, finally. Okay, so I gotta get a slimy fern in my hand to prove to the game that I have a slimy fern in my hand. Boom, got it. So here's the idea. You start with a slimy fern. Oh, I have to get all of them, I guess. Okay, that's fine. So you start with these slimy ferns. They come in 3 different colors, 3 flavors of ferns. Oh, then we need all of the leaves. Okay, bop, bop, bop. That's that color leaf. We don't have this one yet. Well, we do, but we don't. I have to turn it on. All right, turn on the machine. Give me the purple leaf. Oh, no. Something is amiss here, and I don't know what happened. All right, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. What is this all about? Why is our fire gone? What put out our fires? This is bad. Probably a hummingbird egg. I mean, yeah. So far, on the whole, 90% of factory jams have been caused by hummingbirds laying eggs. And this is just gumming up the works. They just get stuck in the roof. Okay, listen to that. You hear that? This fire. Oh, that's a campfire. That doesn't count. Okay. So we have a special fire. Just a machine that just immediately kills all hummingbirds. Actually, Dread Lamp prevents natural spawning of passive animals in a big radius around the lamp. That's a lot of obsidian and glowstone and stained glass and black dye. None of those are easy to get in bulk. But we'll see. Maybe one of these days. Okay, so there's a special type of fire we need. So what we do is we throw one of these down, and then we light it on fire, and that makes purple fire. And purple fire has this weird property of making it so that these leaves sort of regrow into a full fern, which is great. So here's the process, just so we're clear on what's about to happen here. So we have a cutting board, and we have a knife. This guy's got it. This deployer has a knife. It cuts the fern into 2 halves, into 2 leaves. With the cutting board, it always goes away from the handle, so we get 2 cutting boards on the belt here. That gets split by this splitter, so half of it goes up and half of it goes down. So the half that goes up lands in the purple fire and turns back into a full leaf. It reconstitutes, goes in the chest. And then that's how we have an infinite recycling leaf going around. And as a byproduct, this produces a single leaf going out this belt into the millstone. This creates slimy fern blend. Automated, yes. Okay, got our slimy fern blend. which has to be put on a campfire to cook. This was a weird one. In my single player world, I never found a great way to do this because I was trying to cram it into not enough space. But this actually works. The deployer places it 2 blocks away, so I can actually go through a hopper onto the campfire, and just by fencing it in, the hopper actually collects the result of cooked slimy blend. And this is where the different colors make a difference. Green turns into gunpowder. Purple turns into ender dust, and blue turns into bone meal. And so these are 3 separate machines. They're the same machine, they're just using a different ingredient. But they are producing different kinds of materials for us. They each turn knives into substance. And so up here is our knife setup. Now I'm using a small comparator here as a stockpile switch. So if we ever start running low on knives, then I've got a small machine right here that can actually build more knives out of the sticks and lots of iron I've given it. So that should last for a long time. And I actually also have a cutoff switch here, which I'm going to turn that back on and make sure everything's running again. Okay, everything looks okay. So now to appease the progress bar, I need to touch these, even though I've already finished the automation process. There we go. Automated. Now I have to prove that I know how to collect gunpowder. Bone meal, collected. Ender dust, what else do you use ender dust for? Thermal exchange core, wireless booster, Indarium ingot. What do you use that for? Indarium gear, Indarium glass, Indarium plate. I don't see anything used there. Okay, you can get molten Indarium. It doesn't say what we're doing with any of this stuff, but you can do things with it, apparently. Block of Indarium. Okay, sure. It's somehow... Oh, you can make a big anvil. Sure, whatever. It's useful for something. There's a special process that we're going to get to, hopefully tonight, but we've been going really slow on this. Gunpowder is gunpowder. You know what that's for. We're going to be making explosions with that. That's part of Chapter 3, is the reactor. We have to create a controlled TNT explosion where 2 different items that we have to create, have to be caught in the same explosion. And that will convert the 2 items into 1 new item. That's how we produce quantum entangled singularity. Okay, gunpowder's automated. Ender dust, automated. Bone meal, automated. Okay. So, you may remember that early in this whole process, we had to go through a lot of hoops to finally get a pair of crushing wheels. And it was not easy. Yes, we have to make knives automatically to create a singularity. Making the crushing wheels was a big pain. It took us like all night to get to that point. We had to scrape and scrounge to make all those electron tubes, and we finally got the crushing wheels. And now, this is where it feels very Factorio, because this item that was so hard to get, that was like one of the big machines we needed to make some Chapter 1 stuff. Now that we're in Chapter 3, we're actually going to be producing crushing wheels in bulk. And then we have to send the crushing wheels through a crushing wheel. This creates a singularity. Now, to get to that point, we're going to need, oh boy, cobblestone and sticks. We could import those because we actually have a cobblestone farm right here. What's the rate on this? It's so-so. It's so-so. It's not the worst. We may build a little cobblestone farm out here and maybe another wood farm. Crushception, that is the idea. To crush the crushers. And then send those into a set of 21 mechanical crafters to build an infinite supply of crushing wheels. Crush those to create singularities. Feed those singularities into a blast chamber. Blast chamber is not an official item. Just make sure we're not confused on that. A blast chamber, by that I just mean a room in which we are dropping some TNT in a safe way. As safe as that can be. Now, tricky thing with this that I've learned is the resulting item, the quantum entangled singularity, has a really, really low stack rate. Like, I think 2 per stack. And I think they do that by design to make you have to think about shutoff valves. Like, we need a way to detect, like, okay, we actually have enough singularities now. We're full. We should stop the whole explosion setup. This is why I actually had to set the same thing up on this. Unlike a lot of the processes in Create, auto crafters, mechanical crafters that like slide the items together, they don't stop when the target chest is full. They just keep going and the items just spill out. So we actually do want to think about shutoffs for these parts of the factory, because everything else, it's like once it's full, it doesn't really matter. It's like maybe some things spill out, but that's not a big deal. One other thing I wanted to check on real quick is our iron factory here. I made a slight change to it to automatically pack the nuggets into ingots. I'm wondering how much flint we're getting. So I'm going to drop in here, grab this, then hop out. And see, 57 flint. Okay. $57 flint. So this is producing about 10 flint per minute. I found there's something very useful you can actually do with flint. You couldn't do this in regular Create, so I was struggling to, like, what do I do with all this extra flint? But in Above and Beyond, you can compact the flint into, no, not compact. What is it? How do you do it? Is it just shapeless crafting? Here we go. Pack it into flint blocks. Shut-off stuff, yeah. Shut-offs, there's actually a lot of very useful things you can do for shut-offs in different ways. So 1 flint creates a flint block, and 1 flint block creates a flint tile. Flint tiles can actually be sold. So about 16 flint for a silver coin. 16 for a silver coin. We're getting about 10 a minute, so an extra gold coin after like an hour and a half. I don't know, maybe if we end up building another iron generator, maybe. Get that little path block cleared out. It's bothering me. Okay. So we actually need a couple different things here. This TNT needs to be combined with sand. So we need to feed the gunpowder out into an area over here and mix it with sand to make TNT. Feed that into a blast chamber, let's say here. Combine it with the stuff from over here and the crushing wheels. So we need to get crushing wheels crushed like over here. So we'll probably build them here, crush them here, and feed them into a blast chamber here. And we'll build the TNT here. So somehow we need to get sticks and stones over here, and we need to get sand over here. So we're probably going to have to build something off to the side, unfortunately. I don't love that, but it works. Now, is there anything else I need stone for or wood for? No. It's like part of me is tempted to just grab the excess wood from over here because there's plenty of it. But it's a long way to go. Actually, it's not. It's more of just I need to dig a tunnel, which I could totally do that. Wouldn't be that bad. And we got cobblestone over here that I could crush. Use the flinger. There's a fun idea. Let's see. I think you have to go in straight lines. And you need a source of power. So we're going to be setting up like some more windmills, whether we like it or not. And I need to be prepared for like, oh yeah, we're going to be adding new roofs and factories, so I have to be ready for that stuff. Belt might be the best way to do it. Just get the stone and the sticks over here, and then split off some of the stone to grind up for sand to push into here. Yeah, let's just build a few belts over. Actually running low on belts and funnels for that matter. Funnels, I've been kind of eating through those quite a bit. Okay, so I do need a single portable storage interface. And then more of these. And I'm gonna need more shaft. Okay. Do we want a big tunnel? How much room do we have here? If this is the floor, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that is just right for a bulldozer tunnel. Good. Fetch me my bulldozer. We'll bring the Mark 1 over. It's the only one we have right now, but you know. Oh, Al's using it. Where is Al? Al, are you in the Nether? Let's see how this process is proceeding. Those vines got too tall. Okay, so these are the ones that are not getting chopped, apparently. Just in the mines. Oh, I see him now. There he is. He was just blending in. Yeah, see, these are not getting hit. Weeping vines that are really slowing down this process. Not that this process needs to be much faster. It's fine for this to be going really slow. Like, I'm manually feeding it lava, for one thing. Ugh, it's Al. He just appears. Oh no. Al got my bed. Thank you, Al. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. Now we're set. I mean, I'll take it. I shouldn't need it for long. I just need a purpose-built tunnel here. So I'm going to set up another interlink here. And that's going to go down this way for a little bit. Not sure how long. Okay, that's a good one. And we want to spit it out on the other side over there somewhere. So we're gonna let it dig just a little bit past me. For the center point. Right there is good. And off we go. It's dark. It's very dark. Let's light it up a bit. Clear this path a little bit. Beautiful. A nice dirt tunnel into the darkness. It's very loud. It's very loud when you get close. All right, so we're under our new factory here. Oh, we're broken through. Beautiful. All right, here you go. Well, that went well. That was a quick way to dig a tunnel, I gotta say. That works out really nicely. Find Al. Locate Al. Kill Al. It's just eating fish in front of me. The nerve. Not like me, who's just stuffing cherries into my face. Alright, so we got this stone also, we gotta remember that. Yum. Just a fish. Just eating a fish. It's his thing. He's lean now. That's what I hear. All right, this is gonna come around and we're gonna get the right height for this. Looks like we are a little too close. There we go. The keys. We can actually just drop the other one. We won't need that. Wait, do I have a... No, we don't need it. We don't need it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is filter out to grab just the logs, I believe. Because this is also spitting out sticks and what else? Cherries and saplings, and we don't need that. All we really want is logs, which we are gonna turn into sticks. But logs are more compressed as an item, which is exactly what we want. Got all this dirt, and there's really not much you can do with dirt in this. Like, there's a few decorative blocks you can make, like rock and dirt mixed together, and that's about the best you can get. Alright, so we're gonna slap this together. This is gonna go down to here. Now here's a question. Ooh. Instead of a brass funnel, I should get a smart chute. Those are significantly cheaper, I think. They don't use brass machines. Actually, I don't think they... What do they use? Oh, they do use a whole brass sheet. Okay, that's less useful then. Maybe we want to stick with the brass funnel. Dang. Okay, that's fine. The chutes are nice because they have a really good throughput. They're simple to set up. So what we'll do instead is set up this like that, and then stack this together with a couple of these. There you go, to tie them together. I just remembered the stone is all the way over there. I think we can just run a line through, like, straight underground. Oh dear, Al, what have you done? Oh, he's running the crushing wheels. I know where he is in the factory. I know that. I know that location. There we go. Aha. So we'll run the cobblestone into here. Oop, that's not the random wheat seeds. There we go. So I'd actually set this up originally to have room for a second drill. Never bothered actually using it. Anyway, as far as cobblestone generators in Create go, this is very slow. This is like this is your naive approach here. It's like, okay, how do you make a cobblestone generator? Well, you do this. It's like, okay, how do you automate that in Create? Slap a drill on it. Turns out there's significantly faster ways to do it that just amount to, when you are moving a contraption, it doesn't really have solidity with walls. Like, for instance, oh, there's that again. Like this little arm here, you can see this is going right through the leaves because this does not have solidity with the game's world solidity, except for special key interactions like Saw will bump into a tree and start to cut it. But you can take advantage of that because if a contraption stops for whatever reason, like is turned off, it snaps back into the world and overwrites whatever blocks are there. That can also be cobblestone that has formed from water and lava mixing. So if you were to stop a contraption on top of this cobblestone block, it would break the cobblestone instantly. And then let's say you started and stopped it again, and in that time the lava and water had reformed into cobblestone, you can just keep doing that over and over. And the result is really quick and dirty cobblestone gen. Because that's very parallelizable. You can set up a bunch of those right next to each other and just go absolutely crazy. All right, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. And then we're going to bring the cobblestone over to here. I don't know how exactly we're going to power these yet. We'll get to that. We'll figure that out soon. And grab a gearbox to put here. Light up the tunnel a little bit better, which is to say, not with ground torches. All right, beautiful. Oop, that's as far as that goes. Wakey, wakey. Okay, looks good. That locks that in. Okay, and then we're gonna do something with the wood here. Probably right around here is when we need to start actually crafting it into things. Okay, so the wood is there, and we're gonna push that up to the factory to make the crushing wheels. Meanwhile, we need to split the stone and kind of do the same thing. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna split the stone line. Through this beautiful tunnel. Oh, so I started looking at some Godot tutorials today, and man, I didn't realize it's basically Python, which is fine. I can do Python. It's just not my first choice. But we're gonna have to get back into that frame of mind. I have nothing specifically against Python. It's just I haven't worked with it in a long time. Nicer. Okay. So let's see here. We want some of the cobble to keep going out here so we can turn it into sand and push it up here. Meanwhile, we want to ship a lot of it just straight up. What's a good way to actually make this happen? Can't go any further with that. I think for a splitter, we have to use... If we want to use one brass funnel, we have to go to the side, which is... We can do it. It's like we could honestly do it right there. Let's see. If I do that, then I could do this. Can I couldn't get that one further, but then I could even it up here. So super low-tech way to get the items up is just take some belts. And then we can do a turnaround, an ugly turnaround. With a chest and a andesite funnel. Let's go one further. So this is the ugly turnaround method. It works, though it's a little bit ugly. So we want to go this way, and I've got, yeah. So I guess what we're gonna do, trim that off. Will this work? Can I get away with that? I doubt it. No way. There's no way. So what I want is to extract the items. Let's do it this way. So turning things around on a conveyor is weirdly annoying to do. Okay, so this will work. I'll andesite funnel in and then out through the side, which will spit it back up. And then we can do stuff. We have to actually consider how the crushing wheels are going to go. How they're going to be put together. I should go ahead and get the supplies for that before we do any more over here. I actually have everything I need, don't I? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made a bunch of brass machinery because I knew we were getting close to needing a ton of it, and this is where that begins. So I need 7 crafting tables. I'll just make a bunch real quick. We'll make 10. Okay. Oops, not stonecutter. I need a smithing table, which I've got the resources to just go crazy and just make one whenever I need one now. Combine those 7 brass machines with crafting tables to make mechanical crafters. And now, the big tricky part. We're gonna have sticks. I haven't actually turned these into sticks yet. I've still got to do that somewhere further down the line. I'm pretty sure you can do that. Log into mechanical crafter, right? Yes. And then planks can also go in a mechanical crafter to make sticks, right? I mean, I would assume so. There's no reason, I can't think of any reason why you couldn't. But now I am kind of wondering. Okay, yeah. Just throw planks. Just any old planks into a pair of crafters. That does mean I need 3 more crafters. We've got the resources. All right. So sticks are coming up the left line and cobble up the right. Oh, good. Al's got some brass cooking anyway. Okay, things get tricky here. Okay, that's everything we need here. We need to rotate these. So that comes out there. There we go. Okay, and now we actually have to do a little bit of work on the back. I should have done that to start with, now that I think about it. Let's redo this. Just to make it more maintainable. Up, 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 up. Okay. Down, 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 down. Okay, so what you can do on this, and this is, I did not even realize you could do this, but you can this is not decorative. The fact that you can actually change these little barriers here is not purely a decorative thing, although it is cool. It is functional in that what this lets you do is feed in items to a specific spot, and they will go into all connected crafters. So we can get our, what is the way we do crushing wheels here? Cobble on the outside, sticks in the middle. So if we feed sticks to any of these middle pieces, it'll go to all 5. And if we feed cobble to any of these outside pieces, it goes to all of them. Farmer P1. Yay. So we can actually just go straight into there. So we want to do that here. Boom. And then somehow we'll connect those. Not really worried about the details. Meanwhile, cobblestone, yeah, it needs to be 1 higher to go there. I guess, oh, you know what? 1 lower would actually work, and I would prefer that for these to be lined up. That would just be nice, just to see that they're lined up nicely. I like that. I like that more. Okay, so we're gonna run some lines down to the bottom to actually power these belts and also some other crafters. Because we've got 3 more crafters to set up. Logs going into here. We'll pop into a chest. And then we're gonna have a similar setup to what we just did. Let's put this back 1 further. Maybe 2. It's fine. Okay, that goes into chest. I guess this can actually just keep going through. Go blue. What? What? And then that's going to output. And then planks are going to go to both of these. And in turn spit out into this chest. And that's that. So we want to go in, out, out. Cool. All right. That's connected there. These need to connect. I guess these might need to connect. I don't know if they're going to be connected already. Let's assume they're not. So now they are. That's going that way. We need to put that right there. So this one is connected, but these are not yet. Now they are. So now these are all connected, but these are not plugged into anything yet. So we need gears for those. I'm actually going to do this around the back. Shaft, gear, 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 gear. And it'd probably be easier just to do it this way. There we go. Now they're all hooked up to each other. So this is turning, this is turning, this is going to be turning, which is not going to turn this though. How do I get this one turning? How do I get it turning the right way specifically? Oh, actually, I guess one way would be just pull that out a little bit and hook it in there. There we go. And then this is going to be eventually this is going to go off to, we're going to put a brass funnel here, or brass tunnel, so that it splits, and this is going to go to create sand that's going to come back here and get used for things. So this might need to be its own separate power line that we can manage independently. Because I don't want, like, if I start tweaking the power over here, it breaks down this system. All right. A chest right here for the crushing wheels. To go into. Okay, this all looks good. Yeah, actually, I think this is all in good shape here. All we're really missing next then is the extra cobblestone line that's going to be coming out of here. And we will have to actually power this mess at some point. These can be power hungry, so we have to watch for that. So let's set up another windmill over here by the sea, by the river. I've got a separate toolbox for power. Windmill bearing, radial chassis, sails. Having a separate toolbox for this is really nice. Because it's something that I have to set up so often based on how we're doing power in this world. We're not doing like a single unified power system, which has its pros and cons. I really like these vertical windmills. It's very, very steampunk. All right, how much is that? 2,000. Probably not enough. Let's ramp it up a little bit more. And here. 3,000. Better. Okay. Now the thing is that this spins a little bit on the slow side. So we're probably going to want to speed it up a bit. And to do that, we actually have, well, I have to go get a rotational speed controller. So normally, in at least the early phases of Create, you have to deal with using small and large gears to adjust the, the mechanical advantage. So by going from a small gear to a big gear and then a small gear to a big gear over and over and over, you can change that, slow but powerful windmill into a fast but not necessarily strong rotational force, which is useful if you're wanting to just spin something fast but doesn't need a lot of strength. Or you can go vice versa if you need to turn something that takes a ton of force but doesn't have to go fast. So what we're gonna do then is go large gear, and then we can actually start hooking this up. So we're going from cobble here to gravel with a millstone, because that is much cheaper overall. There we go. Millstone is going to grind it into gravel, and then we have to turn that into sand, which is going to be a little bit of a bigger undertaking. Might be able to do that right here, now that I think about it, though. Because it doesn't actually take up that much room. If you're willing to set things up properly. Belt across, 2 upward-facing gearboxes, and then a pair of crushing wheels right on top. Boom. That's gonna be sand, easy peasy. Okay, so now we need to how are we going to get this power out of here the direction I want it? Like, I should be able to do this with just a small gear here, a gearbox here, and then a shaft here. That'll connect to there. And then I need to start going up and around and all over town. Here comes the night again. Oh, Al's got it covered. Oh my gosh. Wait, no. It's not enough. We all need to sleep. Everyone. Everyone. Lend me your energy. Sleep. Sleep with all your might. It worked. All right, good. So this is going close. That'll go that way. Cool. And then sand will go up. Oh, wow. I am out of belts. I need to go make more cured rubber. Really, I should auto smelt the rubber because I don't think there's anything we can do with uncured rubber. Like, we're producing it in bulk, but then there's nothing we can do with it once it's produced. There he is. All right, so let's see. Cobblestone's gonna come in. Big mess over here. Make TNT. Blow things up over here, I think it was. And then the result, we actually need to color with dye. That's what the bone meal is for, is we're going to be using that to produce an infinite supply of some color of dye. And we're going to do that just the old-fashioned dispenser way. It's free. We just set a timer. Just have it just fire it off. We'll probably want to lock it if we start to overflow. That won't be too bad. All right. It's him. The looker. I just left some cured rubber on the ground. Just making a mess of the workshop. All right. My concern is that I might be eating up so much cobblestone that it starts really affecting our iron surplus here. Like, this iron is not coming in fast right now. We have something that is working. It is a working iron producer. But it's not super speedy yet. Okay, there we go. We're into the workshop with this. Dang it, that's not gonna work. I need to push this back just a little bit. Just like one block back. Nope. 2 blocks back. Of course it'd be 2 blocks back. What was I thinking? Okay, that's perfect. All right, so that's gonna be for sand. So that we can make infinite TNT. Is this all hooked up now? Do we have it? It's going the wrong way. But we can just go negative here. Oh, this is not all hooked up yet. Why not? Okay. This looks like everything is coming up. This is not spinning. These are not spinning at all. What can we do to get those spinning? Put this in. Nice. All right. Hey, here comes the cobblestone. I haven't gotten the logs coming yet. What's our power? 32, 64. Wait, 32. About 100. About 200. About 600 power. 600 stress units. All right, we got sand. Oh, you know what I just realized? Gravel through crushing wheels produces sand and occasionally flint and clay. So we need to, we actually need to filter it out. Man, didn't even think about that, but yeah. That shouldn't be hard to do. Yeah, we can actually do this pretty easily. Gearbox here will spin it the right direction for this. And then we can just throw a tunnel on top to say sand goes here. And everything else will go out this way into nothing, trash land. Yeah, that should do it. All right. So right now the sand would just like fly up there and we wouldn't be doing anything to it. Oh yeah, this isn't actually hooked up to anything, is it? Cobble goes in there. Sticks will go in there once we are producing sticks, which we currently are not. We have to tell our filter over here to give us the logs. Give us log. Okay, now we go turn it on. Again, we have a little bit of an overflow issue. Right here. We're gonna throw a overflow chest here. Then we're gonna turn this thing back on and off we go. Okay, so that should just be scooping up sand. This should be scooping out some logs here. Let's find out what happens. Oh, heck yeah. Well, that'll last us a long time. I take it this thing was pretty overflowed. Geez, that's a ton. Okay. Good. Cobblestone is just coming at a regular rate. That's fine. We're not worried about that yet. I just saw some flint fly off the belt. That's great. We want that. We want that to just be junk. Okay, let's hope this works. We're expecting to see logs get crafted. Nice. And then these turn into sticks at a rate. Not a good rate, but a rate. Cool. We should actually be able to speed this up significantly, I think. Okay, we still have to get this wired up. But we're getting supplies. Question is, at this speed, how much power does this use? 32. Now multiply that by the ridiculous number we've got here, and then we've got 5, 6, like that's gonna be 700-ish if we were to wire this in. So, I don't know, we might want to have a separate power source for this part. And if that's the case, then maybe we just kind of loop these together. Oh, see, that's not enough, is it? Because I need these to spin, too. Okay, I can spin those from here. With a belt, a vertical belt. That's going the wrong way. Okay, so we want to gearbox. Running out of gearboxes, as I always do. And then we can run this little line here. Done. Okay, cool. Sticks. And cobble. That should be filling this up. Nice. These are not doing anything yet. Those aren't plugged in. So next thing we want to do is slowly turn up the speed of this setup and see how much we can do off of this much wind power. Okay, okay. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, it's not bad. Oh, that's too fast. Okay. That's pretty good. That's much faster on the stick production. All right, cool. We're filling up with supplies here. Yeah, that'll work. I'm a little bit worried about what's gonna happen when things back up down there with those crafters, but that's probably fine. Okay, so we got crafters over here, and I need, gosh, I need 9 more of them for the TNT. All right, this whole system is still turned off right now because I don't want it overflowing too much, wasting resources. All right, we have sand. This part is tricky because crushing wheels we were able to get by with just 2 inputs, the center and the outside ring. TNT as a recipe is a little bit more complex. We have 9 different inputs. And we can't pair any of them. It's a nice crisscross. So we're gonna have to use deployers to actually provide the crafting force. So I'm gonna extract gunpowder here. It's gonna come along this line right here. come out here, and sand is going to come over here. And so then we will be able to do, I guess, like right here. Something like that. Boy, there's a lot of crafting noises going on. Okay, I think that's the way we want to do it. This part is going to be a little bit tricky. All right, I think I need 2 deployers. I can get by with 1. Oh, sorry, mechanical arms. I can use 1, but 2 will make it a lot cleaner, and we won't have to use as many smart filters. Where did I leave my toolbox? Oh, it's right here. Cool. All right, so all these are pointing in, and then TNT is going to come out here. Let's go ahead and prepare the gunpowder line. I guess I don't need this floor here. Get it to here. Don't know what way this is spinning. Let's see, this is spinning. Ooh, we could actually run this line, maybe. Can I just do this? Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's much nicer. One continuous line. This will be a chute, I suppose. There we go. Gunpowder's on the line. And put it on a depot. Right here. And then we'll have the sand coming out to a depot right here. And we'll have a pair of arms. Creating it. So we need sand is the diamond shape. All right, so here's how the mechanical arms. We tell it, I want you to take sand from here and put it here, 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 and here. And then I guess it can reach that from here. And then you take it from here and put it in the X shape. Here, 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 here. And then somehow we'll wire those up. So we're gonna have these plus these plus these all running off of, I guess, the next windmill. See, this is already full of sticks. Cobblestone is not full. What's the hold up there? Actually, what is the hold up there? Al has finally reached the brass age. Ooh, don't get crushed. Don't get crushed. Haha, you almost had me. You almost crushed me. I'm going to put an andesite tunnel right here just to prevent that from happening as often. So what is the cobblestone hold up? No, it's just the rate. It's just the rate here. Can I change this at all? Nope, that's just what that's just how it does it. I don't know how to speed that up. I feel like it should be possible to speed it up. Oh well. So we're going to do a rotational speed controller. We're going to put some gears somehow, maybe across the top. This is going to be an interior area again, I think. Beautiful. Yeah. Do you need to restock on any of this? I'll take a half stack of gearboxes, definitely. Let me check my toolbox. Everything else is doing okay. Thank you, Al. Oh, well, I mean, I'll never say no to some more gearboxes or brass casing, but gosh, brass casings are a pain to get a hold of, so I'm only going to take half. Oh, man. No, I shouldn't. I have to. Do you need any other materials right now? Let's see here. Where are we? What is our standing in the progress here? Okay, we got this figured out. We're working on this part. Sticks, done. Cobble, automated. Sand, automated. Crushing wheels, almost. Oh, I know what we need, Al. You're not gonna like it. The next piece we're really missing is we need an entire beacon. So that means the Nether Star, which means we need 3 Wither Skulls. If you can figure out the whole business with cleaving or no severing, it really increases the rates on head drops to like 30 or 40%. But yeah, you probably want it on a cleaver because cleavers actually get 2 free levels of severing. Like that's a cleaver's special bonus as a weapon. It's a 2-handed weapon and it's really slow to swing. But the fact that it starts with 2 levels of severing makes a pretty big difference. It's a good project. Yeah, we'll also need to collect enough iron to build the beacon, which right now I don't think our little iron farm is going to do the trick. So we're probably going to have to set up a bigger scale iron farm. Come on. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for that. There it is. I am now asleep. I feel asleep. Oh my gosh. You madman. All right. We are getting there. All right, so we're going to get gunpowder here. It's going to put it in there. Okay. New windmill, I guess, over here. So many windmills. Windmill bearing, radial chassis, sails. All right, there's a lot of crafters. Can we get by with? Nah, we probably want 3,000. jumping around up on a windmill. Super safe. It's fine. Okay. That'll work. Gotta put this away. All right, 3,000 stress units ready to go. And of course, it's very slow at first. So you gotta gearbox it into a thingabob speed controller. I should probably just make a handful of those because I'm going through them a lot now. Gear. Okay. All right, so then we gotta actually start getting everything wound up together. So this is gonna be a belt to here. So that we can gearbox to here. All right, there's that. That's the crafting wheels started. It's slow right now. We can speed it up later, though. Boom. Yeah, we might consider swapping those out for brass funnels or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, TNT. That's going to be a shaft to here. Okay. Next up, these guys right here need power. That's going to be something. Here? We can gearbox here. Into shaft here. Okay, you guys working? You would be working, but you can't yet. Okay. Sand. All right, there we go. Ooh, it's gonna be slow, and that's fine, I think. Okay, cool. What can we speed this up to? All right, we can double it. Can we go further? No. 32 is good enough. Oh, that's much faster. We're just slamming out crushing wheels now. Awesome. Sand is in, gunpowder's not in yet because that is controlled by this line here. Turn it on. There we go. Gunpowder. Ready to roll with the gunpowder. Beautiful. We're producing TNT. Okay, gotta hold one in my hand. Okay, TNT is automated. Crushing wheels are automated. All right, the next step, we have to crush the crushing wheels. You need TNT. Ah, perfect. It is right over here. We're gonna have a chest full of it. Not as much as you might think. I think you only need one per level, and I think you're gonna hit the wall and upgrade slots pretty early. Yeah, that's what we made sure to do, is get the wither bones. Oh, actually, I don't think George was on that day. But yeah, we got those. We got those. Well, if you need TNT, it is loading up right over here. I think we've got enough for you already. And if it's not, you can grab some sand and gunpowder, and craft it your own self. This is a terrible place for the chest. Well, it's very fun to just watch things get crafted. Okay, crushing wheels. Going through crushing wheels. And then exploded with the ender dust. So ender dust is coming out of this path right here. So we're gonna blast chamber right here. So we're gonna send the TNT and the crushed crushing wheels through that. So let's run a line overhead into one of these. That's going to be crushing wheel into gearbox. Oh, that's running the wrong way. So we need another crushing wheel. Or another gearbox to spin it around. Alternatively, instead of that, we could just go one layer over and then do all that business. And then we don't have to spin things in weird ways. Even better. All right, 2 crushing wheels, please. Overstressed. That makes sense. We can increase that, but for now we'll just bring this down a bit. Okay, so that comes out there. So we can there to there. There to there-ish. Yeah, we can make this work. So what we'll do is we'll double chest here. Whoops. Like this. In, out. And that's going to produce the, whatever it is. The Inception item. Blah. There they go. Crushed crushing wheels. Singularity. That's the one. Oh, this is coming together. High, short. Oh, that's a pretty item. All right. Well, now we've got plenty. Happy New Year, short. $2024, finally upon us. Okay, so now things are about to get a little bit trickier because now we have to start exploding things. I'm just carrying around 2 wool. I don't need that. Okay, so we have TNT, we have Singularity, and we have Ender Dust. So the idea, what it wants us to do is put any number of singularities and an equal number of ender dust, put it on the ground, in a puddle, whatever. Just drop it as an item in the world, not in a chest, and then blow it up with a piece of TNT. And the result is we get a quantum entangled singularity for each pair. It's consumed at a 1-to-1 ratio. TNT is not our big issue as far as what we're going to be waiting on most of the time. Like, it looks like it's going to be these singularities, because we can do a ton of these for 1 TNT. Yeah, the big trick at this phase, and I'm really not 100% sure how we're going to do it, is that we want to get an even ratio of these things. One of these, one of those. And if we run out, then stop the line. So let's see. What's our ideas? What's our idea there? I guess one thing could be stop the process if chest drops below whatever. What does this factory do? Okay, so this is chapter 3, which introduces a whole bunch of weird stuff we have to do. The back of this building is doing the same thing for three different items. So these colorful ferns are getting chopped in half. Half of it is being magically reconstituted into a full fern so that the cycle is infinite. And half the fern is being ground up into this slimy blend, which is being cooked on a campfire and turned into, the blue turns into bone meal, the purple turns into ender dust, and the green turns into gunpowder. And we're going to have to use all 3 of those in this factory that we're setting up. So elsewhere in the factory, we have to create some sand, combine it with gunpowder to make TNT. So we've just got an infinite supply of TNT on the way. We have to combine sticks and cobble to make crushing wheels, which apparently when you ground up a crushing wheel with crushing wheels, you get a singularity. And that's what we've finished so far. Actually, I'd say we're about to the halfway mark on this chapter. But it's about to get really complex. But this is automated. So the next step is we have to put singularities and ender dust together on the ground and then blow them up in one single explosion. And that makes the next item. So we have to somehow make sure we have an even ratio. And I am not 100% sure how we're going to do that. Okay. Suppose we take these 2 items together into two chests, and we use the threshold stockpile switch. We attach a stockpile switch to each one to say that, hey, we're not going to do anything unless it's more than X amount. When both of those have like more than a stack in them, then we will turn on a thing that drops some out or something. This is tricky. It's specifically that we want an even number of them. Well, a paired number of them. We don't want to get too much of one and not enough of the other. Oh, jeez. You guys, again. Actually, if you'll just come right this way. I'd love for you guys to check out this crushing wheel. Yeah, come on over. Come on over. Just hop on over. Just hop on over to this. Oh, he's not gonna. He's not falling for it. Oh, you guys are too smart. You guys are just too smart. Oh, he's in. Oh, he's not getting ground up. Thought he would get ground up, but he didn't. I went through all the trouble of like luring him into a Home Alone trap, and he just didn't even get crushed. What's even the point? Get out of here. Don't want it. Don't want it. Okay. So we could say if. Okay. Hang on. No. This is workable. This is workable. So we pull this chest a little bit further for one thing. How far can we make this one reach? I think I got an idea here. Ignoring that TNT for a bit. Yeah, okay. So we can get 2 separate chests going here. All right. 2 separate chests. That's the key. And we have a belt that's going to remove items from both of them, but it's only going to turn on this belt that doesn't exist yet, but it will. Hold on. These 2 belts here, going to the yet to be built blast chamber, will only turn on if both of these chests have at least X amount of whatever item we're trying to get. That's the plan. Okay, so we're gonna fill them. We're gonna let them fill up. Oh wait, how are we gonna attach those stockpile switches? Brass machines, of course. Of course, it's brass machines. Okay, we can make it fit. We can make it fit. Luckily, Al blessed us with tons of brass casings. Content observer, stockpile switch. Amount of stored items. Oops, I only needed to make half of that. It's fine. Okay, so what I can do is this, and we can come out here and out here. Ah, sunset on a Minecraft world. Okay, let's take these out. put it in here instead. Out of these again. Jeez. Okay. That's the ender dust. So peaceful. So serene. So tranquil. Other synonyms. Alright. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So can we attach these to the top? Does that work? Or does it have to be the side? It might have to be the side. It does have to be the side. Okay. So this is actually detecting how much is in here. Whoops, not bed. How much of nothing? Okay, so now it's turned on because it's reached a certain threshold. Meanwhile, this guy is going to be... There it is. Yeah. Okay. Nice. There we go, yeah. Yeah, so it's got a little meter on the side now to show how full it is. Okay, perfect. And we're somehow going to set up something that reads in this redstone signal from both of these. What is this doing? Oh no. Okay. Didn't realize that was a thing. Apparently these things have an ons. These things react to redstone in interesting ways. Okay. So I'm running out of room on where to stick this thing. Yeah, it's not accepting items at all, is it? Nope. Dang it. Because of this being on. Yep. Alright, alright, alright. How can we get this attached here? We can attach one over here if we have to, but then... Can I guess I could attach one to the side and it'll just go under. It's a little ugly, but it works. Okay, let's make sure we're filtering on the appropriate item. It's fine. Okay, so now these will turn on at the appropriate threshold. And then with that redstone signal, what do I do? I can attach a redstone link. Brass, more brass, which is like a wireless redstone signal. And I have a clutch, which reads a redstone signal. So if this is on, it turns off. So I need to have a controller here that says, oh, you know what? We can invert the signal so that this turns off. So this is normally off, and I want them both to be... Okay, it's on right now, right? Let's find out. Yes, it's on right now. I want them both to turn off because they're both going to be attached to this guy right here wirelessly. So let's go build like 4 of those redstone links and stick that on the wall somewhere so that the actual redstone logic is kind of like out of the way. Oh, brass sheets. Perfect. Just what I needed. All right, redstone link is redstone torch. And plank. These are really, really useful. And I should probably grab a little bit of redstone dust. Okay, so that handles that portion. Ooh, are we out of cobble here? Huh. Well, how about that? It's just really low on cobble now. We've got tons of the stuff, but we've just eaten through it. That does tell me that we probably need to make a better cobble generator there. Okay, so now we're gonna redstone link. So all we have to do is attach it to the side here, I think. Yeah. So this is the cinder, and we have to give it a channel name. So we're gonna call this one the singularity channel. Frequency 1, singularity. And meanwhile, this one is going to be on frequency Enderdust. So it's off because we have enough. This one is on because we don't have enough of this yet. We need more of these singularities. Okay, bone meal, that's nothing. Okay, we'll put the logic right over here. And the logic will be... No, wait, we'll put it over here. That both of these have to be off. Does that work? I guess we'll find out. So this one should be off. And this one should be turned on because we don't have enough yet. It is, but it's not causing that to do what I want it to do. Ooh. Is there a way to make this work the way I want it to then? So I want the redstone to be pointing that way. So, all right, here we go. That'll work. Receive, receive. That turns it on, and that stops that from turning. Also... Okay, it is turning the right way. And this one is off, which doesn't do anything because the other one is on already. Cool, that's it. That's our circuit that will turn this belt off when either chest is not full enough. Once both chests have hit the threshold line, which this one is apparently 10%, when both of them hit the threshold, that's when... Ooh, this is not running. Like, I'm not seeing anything coming out here. Or is it? This isn't running at all, yeah. What happened here? None of this is running. I think I screwed something up pretty bad. That's not a good sign. I think this is supposed to be going some way or the other here. How are these supposed to be turning? Okay, they're turning again. Huh. That was strange. Okay, but everything seems to still be moving along. And our current knife count is fine. Ooh. All right. Next up, we need to actually get this TNT into a blast chamber. We need to blow some stuff up over here. Breaking my shovels. So I'm gonna need a dispenser. Wow, we're actually waiting on a single piece of cobble over there. It's not a good sign. Okay, get our little modular line up there. So I guess this is going to be the blast chamber. Then we have to add color to the results. We could pull that back over here, and we've got bone meal right here. This is actually going to be really easy to set up. An infinite color dye generator. Like, that's nothing. Bone meal onto a too tall flower. That's just going to produce flowers indefinitely. Put that into a mixer or a millstone. That's our dye. Then after that, the result is... Okay, so that's got to be in a mixer, I think. No, it's a compactor. Okay. The result is one of 5 different colors of this thing. So then we have to do sorting with brass funnels and drain out the color and dump the byproducts. Then we have to craft those together and throw it through a beacon, smash it into a sheet, and then put it through a single crafter. This step makes no sense to me, but whatever. And that's it. That's our alloy, so to speak, for this chapter. The only thing we use it for is for making the level 3 mechanism. Now, we need a dispenser. So I could use some more torches. Don't want to go all the way over there, but I will. I'll go all the way over there to get that. Dispenser, string. I guess Al's over severing heads. I'm not seeing things mixing up here. What's the deal? Oh, cobblestone on the line again. Oh, jeez. Looking for a blue flower. The elusive blue flower. There's a jam. There's always a jam in this factory. It's because of that cobblestone generator. It gets everything all jammed up. Jams up the works. What I probably need to do is, how do I need to do this? I need to do like this. Yeah, thank goodness. And brass funnel, and regular funnel. Okay, so here's the plan. Regular funnel here. Brass funnel here, but that only lets electron tubes through. There we go. And then brass funnel here that only lets out cobblestone. Okay. And that should make sure that even if the cobblestone gets on the line, it never gets that far. Okay, so now I gotta unjam this part. You've got your electron tube, you do not. Okay, that wasn't too bad. We were just about full anyway. All right, so that should dump out the excess cobble. And I don't think we're getting cobblestone in the furnace anymore. That was happening for a really long time, but I put a big roof over this. This cobble generator, well, gravel generator, well, iron generator, is really messy. Like, it's very fast, very powerful, but it just makes a mess of things often. Okay, how's our charcoal? Oh, heck yeah, that's what I like to see. Actually, while we're here... Oh, jeez, Sephiroth. Severing 5. Which I... Let's see. Sephiroth. Tinker's Construct, Severing. 5% per level. So that is an additional... Yeah, that's 25% right there. Sephiroth. Steampunk Sephiroth. But no blue flower. I don't get what the... I don't know what the blue flower's for yet. Is that... What is that? A Masamune? For the luck. Got it. Ah, here we go. The encyclopedia. Oh, so this has everything, huh? Dual wielding, melting, spilling, auto smelt. Luck. Increases drop rates from blocks and monsters. Ooh. Oh, and it's gotta be a blue... Oh, yeah, just any blue flower. Cornflower or blue orchid. How many... I can't tell how many upgrade slots are left on this bad boy. Steel cleaver. Ductile. What does that even do? Just one ability slot. Okay. Ductile is from steel. What does it mean? Oh, extra durability. Oh, wait, here. Tool is longer lasting, it mines faster, and damages more. There you go. More than one duck and put them into a pattern. That's a ductile. Boy, this mod has a lot of stuff going on for it. Like, Tinker's Construct on its own is huge. Well, now I can just take the heads of my enemies. What did I come back here for? Right, dispenser. One for everybody. We should have like a dedicated... I meant to build like a dedicated mailbox place where like you could like set a flag up or down to indicate whether you had mail. And then I just didn't. Oh, okay. Oh, dang it. Making buttons. Okay. Bow. Yeah, just apparently you just cook iron and that's it. That's the bedtime bell. Oh, Al got there first though. You know what? This would be a lot more iron, but I'm like I'm actually going out of my way to do the compacting to make it take up 9 times less space. But that's still not enough for a beacon, I don't think. Yeah, that's not even 1 stack of blocks. Although, we don't need a full beacon. We can get by with just like a low-level beacon. So maybe that's plenty. All right. Next up is the actual explosion center. So we're gonna have 2 items in and TNT. But TNT only needs to be dropping if what? If there are items in there? So how are we gonna do this? We turn the belt on until we drop down below the threshold. I need more dolomite. Turn it on until it's below the threshold. And also, TNT needs to be fired off, but only if there are items in the blast chamber. How do we tell if there are items in the blast chamber? How do we detect if the blast chamber is now empty? I should ask the blast chamber. Pressure plates. That's not a bad idea. Now, my hope is that we can have the TNT land in water, but I guess the other items don't necessarily have to be in water as well. Reason for TNT in water is so that the blast chamber doesn't have to get rebuilt every time it explodes. So suppose that we have the TNT just land on a single block of water. Because you see. And then the other items just kind of chilling out next to it. Ask an Enderman to watch it for you. Ooh, this is a tricky thing. We also have to extract the items that we get. Now, in my single-player world, I had a chamber that was like a 3x3 interior with water flowing towards the corner where there was a smart chute. And so the smart chute would only pull in items of the end type, which is quantum entangled singularity. If it wasn't one of those, it wouldn't take anything. So, okay, so things go into a chamber. We'll send them up a little bit maybe if we need to. I don't know. And then they land. There's water. There's pressure plate. Pressure plate can't overlap. Pressure plate can't overlap the a funnel. Vacuumulator can't filter as far as I know. I don't think it can filter. So TNT drops from above. These two items show up. One of them blows up. One of them converts to a new item that we need to absorb. We want to detect. Well, okay. Here's something. We're sending two items. One of them is going to get converted, but the other one is going to get deleted. Maybe the deleted one could land on the pressure plate. And we could say that when an item lands on there, we start a timer. There's a pulse extender. Is it the pulse repeater or the adjustable pulse repeater? Okay, this is like on, and then it sends a pulse. That's the one. Okay, so this little number here will let us say, all right, the item that's going to get deleted is going to land on a pressure plate. That's going to trigger an adjustable pulse repeater to wait for, say, let's say 30 seconds, 60 seconds, something to give it enough time for enough items to build up to make it actually worth using a TNT. After that minute expires, that's what launches the TNT down, which will land in water in range of the items that are going to explode. The TNT goes off. That deletes the item off the pressure plate, whichever one it is, and the other one gets converted into the new item type. I need to look up which of these actually gets... Ender dust and singularities. The result will drop at the location of the singularity item. Okay. So that is going to be this one. This is where the end result is going to be. So this is the one that can land on a pressure plate. Trigger the TNT. TNT falls in water. And this one, which is sitting on a smart chute or a smart funnel or something, is just waiting to convert. It's just sitting there waiting. And then finally it goes off, and that's that. So yeah, pressure plate and adjustable pulse repeater. I think that's the combo. So let's see what we can do in like 15 minutes. Cleaver. Hardly know her. Not to that. These are going to go up. And then they're going to land down here somewhere. I don't know exactly where. Let's take these off for now so we can test this. Let's break this redstone. All right, so the singularity item is this is the one that's going to get deleted. So where will this land? That is our question. Boop. Right there is fine. So we can put a pressure plate right there. And that's going to trigger the TNT. We'll probably use a redstone link. The other item is going to land next to it, but we're going to have a smart funnel. And this is an important piece. In my experience, this part of the factory can get very overloaded. Like, you can wind up with way more of this quantum entanglement thing than you need. And in that case, we remember the time that we had like 2 frames per second in the factory for a little bit? That's what was going on. That's the piece that was going nuts. Okay, so we will do that. The TNT can land, I guess, right here? Kind of want to put it in glass or something. So I can actually see it. Peter, remember the time the frame rate was dropping? Stone. Let's go grab some glass, because I think it would be very nice to see what's going on. Sand. Oh, I should have grabbed some sand from back where I just was, now that I think about it. Wait, we might actually have some glass. Hey, alright. That's plenty. That's plenty. We're not even going to do any fancy glass. I'm just going to go with plain old glass. Alright. Use this to make some stone brick. Just to give it a nice solid thing to land on. I guess we're going to put it right here. It's a little weird, but it's just got to land in water, and that's it. How are we going to get the TNT in here? That's the next question. We can run a line over the rooftops. So the TNT's in that chest right there. That's a little ways to go. But I think a diagonal line and then a line going right across is going to be just fine. Be really cool if we can get one, maybe one kind of babysat instance. Spooky, scary skeleton. Yay, GGL. Oh, we already got 2 stacks of TNT. We're in business. Does that just happen to line up perfectly? It does. Oh, perfect. Oh, that's great. All right, so TNT comes out here. Goes over top. Got 3 already, man. Now we just need like a bunch of iron golems, I guess, to take care of it. And a good area cleared out that's far away from the base. Flint pots. All right, there we go. So that should be good for our TNT once I get that actually rolling. And then we have to set up a redstone link to connect the two. Oh, that's the chest one. I remember that now. It's like, what in the world is that one? There it goes. TNT on a roll. Alright, so that should just load in here. Very scary. Also, I guess what we want... So we want to make sure it's protected on all sides directionally. Didn't know what that was going to make. There we go. All right, this ought to do it. There we go. Okay, so now we got a nice chute for the TNT to drop down, explode, but not actually do us any harm, hopefully. I'm going to put a button up there for now. No, it's glass. There we go. All right. So let's live in a world where we got the items we needed. I'm just going to do one of each for now in the right spot. Okay, so those pop. The button presses. It waits for 1 minute for other things to pop out. And then... Oh, please don't blow up. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, and then... Boom. Right where we need it. I got very worried in that moment after I hit the button. It's like, wait, did I do this right? Did I do this right? All right, is that landing in the right spot? All right, cool. What are you doing? All right, there we go. We got our first entanglement set up. That was actually not that bad. Now the problem is it's going to happen seemingly at random. This is just not fast enough, is it? We're just not getting enough cobblestone. Oh, yeah, the cobble rates are abysmal. We need to upgrade the cobble farm over there at some point, or this is not going to be getting much of anywhere. I mean, we have some. All right, so we still need another redstone link to combine this pressure plate with a whatchamacallit. And let's just break that button off. Why don't we? So the plan is to make it so that when this pressure plate is held for more than... Oh. That's fine, I guess. It's just weird. When the pressure plate is held for more than about 30 seconds or so, that will trigger the TNT. So that is super easy to do. In fact, I tend to just go ahead and do it without a redstone link. It's that easy. Adjustable pulse repeater. Okay, so this will send a quick little beep after 30 seconds. So let's try this. Boy, these just can't be thrown. Hello, poison. All right, there we go. So that should hopefully send a little beep after 30 seconds. Wait for it. Just make sure this works the way I expect it to. Just like a single pulse. There it was. And that's fine. And then it doesn't send any more signal after that. This is the Create Above and Beyond mod, which is very fun. We are going to get a redstone link, actually. It adds a lot of mechanisms on top of the Create mod, which on its own is already a very in-depth, cool mod to check out. Grab a couple brass sheets. Redstone torch. Planks. Redstone link. All right, and this should take care of the explosion controller, but not yet. Gaming out of my mind, it's true. All right, so we're gonna set that up there in receiver mode. Yeah, this is a little multiplayer world we just set up like, what, a couple weeks ago? We're just working our way through the Create quest line, which ends in going to the moon. Again, I really recommend the pack. It's really fantastic. All right, quantum entanglement singularity is going to be our frequency. There we go. All right, that should do it then. Now we're still waiting on more of this. These are building way too slowly. The TNT, by comparison, is coming along very quickly. Like, it's not the fastest thing or anything, but it's coming along much faster. Look at that thing. We're just getting cobble at a terrible rate. It's because that farm is just not efficient enough yet. There's much better ways we can set that up. Like the red roof one over there, the chapter 2 farm, it is just overflowing with cobblestone all the time. Like literally, it's getting onto all the belts. Okay. Quantum entangle singularity. This next part is actually kind of easy. And I've done it before in my single player version of this mod pack. By comparison, when you compare it with all the stuff we've just done, this next section is like baby mode. Let's get some of this dolomite brick on here. So all we got to do is take that singularity that we got, and we have to compact it with any colored dye. And we actually have a very straightforward way of getting dye now, because we are generating bone meal. Oh, we got bone meal out the wazoo over here. So we're going to have just a ton of dye very easily. So we're going to run a line out here to a flower, just one of those tall flowers, and we're just going to hit it with a dispenser with dye, with bone meal, and that's going to immediately create a second flower that just drops. Pick it up with a hopper. Pass that into a millstone to get some dye. It'll actually give us a couple different colors, I think, maybe, depending on what kind of flower we're using. We're going to be using one of these out here because they're just everywhere. These guys right over here. Lilac. Which, when we mill it, it is going to make mostly magenta and a chance of some purple. It doesn't matter. That's not entirely accurate, is it, though? It's Steamboat Willie, specifically. I'm going to have to look into my factory and see how I actually got the dye out of this. Okay. So anyway, we get some dye. We're going to compact it with this item that we're getting here. Just happens to resemble Modern Mickey. Perfect. Flawless. I don't think crappy mascot horror games are the gold standard for understanding copyright law. He's my OC. Okay, that gets milled into bone meal onto flour, millstone to dye, compact it with this, and then the next step is actually one of my favorite steps in the chapter. So we're going to take this chromatic singularity, and we have to crush it, and that's going to give us a random paintball, but you don't know what color you get. In fact, you can get multiple colors. You're just going to randomly get some arrangement of paintballs. And then you have to drain them. Drain the paintballs to get the next subsequent color. So we're going to have to sort these colorful paintballs until we get magenta. But you don't want to go too far, because if you keep draining it, then you get junk. But then we're a hop, skip, and a jump from being done with the chapter. After that, we craft it together to get chromatic compound. We throw that through a beacon beam to get refined radiance. We smash that to get a radiant sheet. We craft that to get a radiant induction coil. And then we apply that to our chapter 2 mechanism to get our chapter 3 mechanism. And then we're done. That's how we get inductive machines. Well, geez, Al. Overachiever. So yeah, I think the big bottleneck right now is, weirdly enough, our cobblestone generation is just not fast enough. Oh, and that's slowing down our sand generation, isn't it? Oh yeah, we're running on borrowed time on the sand. I should probably just make a fresh cobblestone generator for this one factory. Relying on this one, it's just, look at this empty belt. Nothing. We're getting nothing out of here. What I had to do is do the same one that I've got for chapter 2, except don't filter it into gravel immediately. We could set that up like, actually we could set it up right here if we wanted to. Okay, so this, I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna get this to go where we need it to be, especially because this is in the way now. Okay, somehow built around this. I may want to build out this way now, because I think we've kind of reached the extent of how far we should go So we could bring the dye over here, compact it, and then do the draining business over here. We're running out of room is the big deal. That's the problem. This is gonna be a big factory. Like when you look at like all of chapter 1 is right here. Chapter 2 a little bit bigger. Chapter 2A, and then chapter 3 is just gonna keep expanding out. And then chapter 4, I did finish chapter 4 technically in my single player world, but I feel like a lot of it didn't get perfectly automated. And by perfectly, I mean like not really at all. Real quick, I want to just look in the single player world. How did this work? We've already overcome a huge obstacle for chapter 4, which is lava. We have infinite lava now. So we have basically infinite power if we build enough magmatic dynamos. We're decent on redstone supply through all the cinnabar we've got, and we can just crushing wheel the cinnabar. Gold, we actually have a gold farm. We actually have a slow but steady supply of gold. And that makes a world of difference for the inductive coils. Let's see here. How did this work? Okay, here it is. This was the setup here. Oh, of course. Okay, so here's where I'm using bone meal on the flour to get more flowers. All I'm doing, it's just a simple hopper, but it's on tilled soil, which means it's just short enough to go through the block into the hopper. That's all right. That's good. That's good. And then mill it. Mix it with the compound here. Crush it. Drain, filter by color. Drain the correct number of times. And then combine. Throw it through the beacon beam, which I didn't even use a flinger for this. I just let it roll off and into the next one. The gravity goes really weird on the item after you throw it through the beam. It like floats. And so I've actually got a ceiling of glass here to catch it. Got to remember that. And then it's just smack it, craft it, and you're done. There's chapter 3. And then chapter 4 was just chapter 4 is just this stuff over here. It was here's the basalt generator. Figure out the minecart thing better. I did end up finding a much better minecart setup, which is this, which isn't even running right now. Oh wait, yes it is. Send it over, recharge the thing. I don't know. This isn't even great in my opinion. It works, but it's not great. But yeah, the big thing is we need lots of power, which when you have infinite lava, that's not a problem. Fractioning still. I don't even know what. Oh yeah, there was oil and stuff that I have to figure out. That's chapter 5 though. That's the last chapter. There you go. We can probably get the beacon up soon. That's good. Because we don't need like a big beacon. Like we can get by with like a level 1 beacon. Like extras is nice, but we don't even have the magic feather for flight, so it's not even a big deal to get a better range or anything. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. It's New Year. We're gonna do more of this next time. We very well could finish chapter 3 in one more session. And then, gosh, the minecart stuff. I I still have not found a great solution for it. I think there are some rail types that would help. Getting the basalt was easy. It was doing the stuff with the carts that's weird. But again, having the electricity set up, the redstone flux, that's going to be a big step in the right direction to get us going fast. Thank you all for hanging out and enjoying Minecraft. I don't know when we're gonna finish this, but like, weirdly enough, I think we're gonna finish this instead of the single player run, which I'm totally fine with. It'll be really cool. I don't know what half the stuff is in this little background video. I've not played around with item pipes at all. I have no idea what these big blue pillars are. It's a bunch of weird stuff. Going to the moon. It's gonna happen. We're gonna go to the moon. And that's when the game really starts. Actually, I don't know if there's like some secret bonus chapter of like, now you have to automate things on the moon. All right, everyone, have a good week. Happy New Year. Do good stuff. We don't have to. It'd be nice, but we don't have to. There's some weird stuff in the end. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. The end in this mod pack has some new weird biomes and weird monsters to watch out for. So beware. All right. Good night, everybody.